being observant in the workplace is a challenge of a sort, but it's really not that big a challenge. Today, I'd argue it's zero challenge, right? People wear kippot to work. I mean, it's not that big a deal. When I started in the business, it was a little more difficult. But what I found is, which is really interesting, I found that everybody gave me respect for it. Even the people that I thought were like, madmen, anti-Semites, gave me huge respect for it. Because, first of all, I worked harder. So Thursday night, I was often in the office, particularly in my youth, till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, knowing that I had to leave at 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon in the winter. On the Chagim, I always made up those dates. What I found afterwards, though, was really interesting. So when I started my first year, and in this business, in the advertising business, and again, it was not a particularly Jewish business, and I was particularly working in the non-Jewish firm. So I always thought, oh, these guys, they don't get it, how much respect do they really give me? Turns out that they never even counted those holiday days against my vacation because they were so respectful of the fact that I did take off for them, that I didn't make excuses, and that I made up all that time, that they came back and they gave me back those days net as vacation. So I think it's a question of how much you respect yourself. Debbie, my wife and I lived in Atlanta for a little over a year. And I remember talking to Jews in Atlanta who said, how do you take off? How do you get out of the office? I said, you just do it. They said, well, don't people care? I said, no, they respect you for it. If you do it, and if you're upfront about it, but again, you have to behave in all the other ways. It's like, don't just show up and say, by the way, guys, I got to take off. If you've been, some real bad guy in meetings, you have a terrible HR reputation, your dealings with people aren't good, right? Then try to take off. Then are they going to respect you? I doubt it. But again, if you've managed this continuum of your Jewishness, then people will give you all the respect in the world.